High school football season off to a terrible start for two Michiana teams. The game is called before halftime after a fight breaks out.
First, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 11.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Diane Daniels. Tonight, we are monitoring the fallout from that season opener for Michigan City versus South Bend, Washington. The game at Ames Field in Michigan City ended after only about 21 minutes ticked off the clock when two Washington players knocked a Michigan City player out of bounds along the Michigan City sidelines. That devolved into a shoving match with players from both sides apparently getting involved. WSBT 22's Patrick Roth joins us live in studio now with more on what all this means for the teams and perhaps more importantly the rest of the season. Patrick?
Yeah, Diane, right now both teams are working on reports they'll turn into the Indiana High School Athletic Association on Monday. Now, no fans or coaches were involved in what happened last night, but Michigan City police were apparently concerned enough that they felt the game shouldn't continue. This is the scene captured by a 14-year-old fan in the stands last night at Ames Field in Michigan City.
Then there was pushing and shoving, and then a lot more people got involved with that situation. Referees and coaches, and then police came running down and tried to break it up. And after a few minutes, it was over.
It paints a far different picture than what we saw as Washington practiced before the season opener. And today, athletic directors from the South Bend School Corporation and Washington spent the day working on the incident report that has to go to the IHSAA.
One thing that the public needs to understand in this case is you're playing a contact sport, namely football, and there are times when tempers flare. And I think the fact that it was students on the field, no fans, no coaches, I really think that whole thing about it was a brawl, I think that's really using a hyperbole that probably doesn't apply.
South Bend's athletic director says Michigan City police felt that there was a safety issue, and they are concerned that things could escalate into what he calls a Griffith situation. That's a reference to this incident that happened earlier this year at a Griffith, Indiana basketball game in which a melee broke out. And at this end of the summer barbecue going on tonight across from Washington High School, there was disappointment expressed by the fans of the Panther team.
As long as I've been living here 30 years, and this is the first time I ever Washington High School having been into a brawl with another team where they had to cancel the game. I can't even remember when that ever happened. As a matter of fact, any school that I can remember that ever happened.
The way Washington's first game of the season ended stands in stark contrast to the hopes the team's coach expressed to us earlier in the week.
And we have to, come out and present the best Washington football program that we can on a weekly basis. So the sky's the limit for us.
Now, right now, we don't know what punishments will be handed out and how it'll impact both teams. Washington is supposed to host Jimtown next Friday, while Michigan City takes on Northridge, but we don't know what the status of those games is until the IHSAA weighs in.
And as for last night, what do we know about the outcome of that game since they had to call it?
Well, Washington was leading 2013 when the game was called, but we don't know if that'll be the final results in the standings when everything's said and done.
All right, we will continue to follow this one, that's for sure.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Patrick.